What's up, guys? I filmed this intro fucking 4 times already. Keep fucking up. But anyway, as you can tell in the title of the video, it's gonna be a Rick Owens avant-garde centered video. And I don't want to go on too long in the intro of the video, but basically what I'm gonna do is give you guys a rundown. If you're new to the avant-garde Rick Owens type of like mind space, whatever I just said, mind space. If you're new to avant-garde, if you're new to the dark drapey silhouettes from Julius, Yoji Yamamoto, Comme des Garçons, and of course Rick Owens, they're just the most well-known, most talked about designers, but by no means are they the best per se objectively. That's up to you. I guess a better way of saying it is they're not the only. There's plenty, many more designers. But like I said, just a quick rundown of that information, about Rick Owens and get you kind of introduced in avant-garde. And also maybe a few on-body shots, get you guys interested in kind of creating your own silhouettes. Like I said, I'm really new to trying to create a avant-garde silhouette for myself, so don't really, take my word for like law. You're probably going to end up doing a lot better than me, to be honest. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so hopefully the on-body portion of the video intrigued you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now I'm going to get into what Rick Owens actually is, for those of you who don't already know. So Rick Owens is an American-based designer who produces most of his clothing out in Italy. Known for these dark drapey silhouettes, he can only really be described as avant-garde. And avant-garde, just as a quick definition, is basically anything that kind of pushes the bounds of creativity or style in regards to whatever you're doing. Any art form. It could be woodworking, it could be fashion, it could be anything, almost even music is avant-garde music as well. So it just kind of means you're pushing the bounds of taste and societal norms. Definitely a section of fashion. If you get on Grail, there's an avant-garde section in Grail. It's going to give you some really cool, unique silhouettes that are going to be unlike anything else. Now, to the best of my knowledge, Rick Owens started designing around 1994 officially, and I think his first show was around 2002. And to most people, they look at it because he designs exclusively in black drapey silhouettes. They think nothing's really changed. And I will add, as a caveat to that last part, he doesn't do exclusively black. As you can see, here's some color, very muted sand tones, but he does brighter colors, blues and stuff like that. It's just most people gravitate towards the darker stuff. Myself personally, I like the darker tones, mostly all black. But rather than graphics and, weird weaves and, crazy motifs or repeating monograms, Rick Owens kind of focuses on cut and sew and proportion and shape. So an all black suit or all black silhouette, an all black outfit doesn't necessarily have to be a boring outfit, because every part of the outfit
is so different. It just kind of blends together in a way only Rick Owens can kind of blend it together. Now, as to where to purchase this stuff from, you can get it from a plethora of retailers. You can get it from Essence, as we see here, Farfetch, Grailed. Everyone, they want to stock Rick Owens. It's a very popular brand, mostly for the shoes. But as you can see, the price points remain pretty high, as this stuff is, a really unique shape. It's very exclusive, not only because most people can't afford it, but also because no one can quite do it like Rick. That's kind of what you want to pay for when you pay for a designer brand. You don't want something that anyone can kind of just do themselves, like screen print a logo on this, call it a brand. No, shade to people who do that. I do that myself, but I also don't charge thousands of dollars.
So a lot of you may love the look but hate that Rick Owens mainline price tag, and I can't blame you for that. I would suggest looking at the diffusion line dark shadow, and you can usually tell because the slabs, the little rectangles stitched into the shirt or sweater or whatever, usually are all blacked out, whereas the main line has the name Rick Owens and the collection actually printed on the tag. Now I'll say this, a lot of people can't tell the difference, and the prices are very, very similar. You may even pay the exact same price for some items, but the Rick Owens mainline usually is more expensive, and they have different materials. I would say arguably better materials, but if you're really not that into it and you're not getting runway pieces, I think you'll be fine with just getting the regular dark shadow, as that will be, sufficient. It'll pretty much hold you over. And then if you ever do want to maybe sell a couple of those and get into the main line, then that'd be great too. You can kind of experience both worlds. So you can pretty much guess that this is not for the frugal, as it is quite an expensive investment, and people really can't justify spending that type of money on clothes or accessories and odds and ends that brands provide, like Rick Owens, and I can definitely see that. So to answer the question as to why people want to wear this stuff in the first place, I think the answer is kind of the same for many designer brands, but in particular Rick Owens. I think it just provides a certain aesthetic that really appeals to people's darker side and people's darker nature, but it also appeals to people who kind of want to dress outside the box, people who want to experiment, people who want to play with proportions and shapes, people who are really enthused about the actual design process of fashion, and they really want things that are designed and not necessarily just kind of created for the masses. So there's a level of, exclusivity. It's kind of like a club you got to get into by paying your entry fees or your dues. And of course, that's just pretty much buying the pieces and becoming knowledgeable about it. But there's also sort of a mystique, the fact that you don't know much about it, and the fact it's all dark and mysterious, and most people probably aren't aware of it. Most people probably wouldn't wear it. It kind of, makes you feel unique, and it kind of makes you feel like, you're a part of something that not everyone's going to get. I guess it really will appeal to the outsider. Nothing wrong with that at all. But also, it's not for everybody. So if you don't quite get it, I definitely understand that. And I'm not going to urge you to get into, a realm of fashion that you don't really naturally gravitate towards. And I recommend that same kind of logic for any brand that you kind of want to get into. If you don't really, really like that aesthetic, I suggest maybe trying it out, seeing if it really actually will work for you. If not, of course, maybe it's something you might want to leave alone. I think, with all the hype, it's easy just to kind of buy brands. I know Rick Owens is gaining more and more traction to the larger world. It's like, wow, look at this new thing. And then to people who are, I don't want to say OG, but pretty much the OG people who already knew about Rick are kind of like, yeah, same old, even though he's great. They've already kind of been doing this for a while. So the more you kind of invest into something like Rick Owens, the more you can kind of justify the price. Kind of like, when you put expensive add-ons to cars, you can kind of just justify it after a while because you get used to it and you understand what you're getting versus something maybe that's cheaper or maybe not doing it at all. You understand what you gain, what you lose. So is it worth it at the end of the day? I think yeah. I think it's worth it for all those reasons. And if you don't want to gain all those things from Rick Owens, maybe Rick Owens isn't necessarily the brand for you. But that's going to go with anything, any brand. So should you invest into it? Should you go full vampire? Yes, if you want to get all those things I mentioned in the video out of the brand, then yeah, invest to your heart's content. But obviously, guys, wear whatever you want. This is just more like an informational slash, my 2 cents on the issue. But in all seriousness, I do want to thank you guys for watching. And most sincerely, have a great day.